Have you ever found yourself trapped in a spiral of negative thoughts, feeling overwhelmed and powerless? You're not alone. Many of us struggle with these persistent, self-defeating thoughts that cloud our minds and hold us back. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from this cycle, and it's been known for centuries? Welcome to today's video where we delve into the wisdom of Gautam Buddha, whose teachings offer profound insights into overcoming negative thoughts. Buddha's path to enlightenment wasn't just about finding inner peace, it was also about understanding and transforming the way we think. In this video, we'll explore practical methods inspired by Buddha's teachings that can help you manage and ultimately stop negative thoughts. From mindfulness and meditation to cultivating compassion, you'll learn actionable strategies to change your mindset and embrace a more positive outlook on life. Let's unlock the power of Buddha's wisdom together and take the first step towards a clearer, more peaceful mind. Number 1. Understanding the nature of negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are a common experience for many of us. They often arise spontaneously, triggered by external events or internal anxieties. These thoughts can range from self-doubt and fear to frustration and anger, and they tend to loop in our minds, making it difficult to break free from their grip. The nature of negative thoughts is such that they can seem overwhelming and all-consuming, but understanding their origins can help us address them more effectively. From a psychological perspective, negative thoughts are part of our brain's natural process for dealing with stress and perceived threats. Our minds are wired to focus on problems and potential dangers as a survival mechanism. However, in modern life, this constant vigilance can lead to a cycle of negativity that clouds our judgment and impacts our well-being. Recognizing that negative thoughts are a natural, albeit disruptive part of our mental landscape is the first step toward managing them. Buddha's teachings offer a profound perspective on the nature of thoughts. According to Buddhist philosophy, thoughts are not permanent fixtures, but rather fleeting phenomena that arise and pass away. Buddha taught that our thoughts, like all things, are impermanent and subject to change. By understanding this impermanence, we can begin to detach ourselves from the grip of negative thoughts and see them for what they truly are: temporary and transient. Buddha's insight into the nature of thoughts emphasizes that they are not inherently part of our true self. Instead, they are like passing clouds in the sky of our mind. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe these thoughts without becoming entangled in them. This detachment helps us recognize that we are not defined by our negative thoughts and that we have the power to let them go. Incorporating this Buddhist perspective into our daily lives can profoundly shift our approach to managing negative thoughts. By embracing the idea that thoughts are impermanent, we can cultivate a more balanced and resilient mindset. This awareness allows us to respond to negative thoughts with greater clarity and less emotional reactivity, paving the way for a more peaceful and positive mental state. Number 2. Mindfulness and awareness. Mindfulness is a powerful practice that involves paying deliberate and non-judgmental attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the present moment. This awareness helps us observe our mental processes without becoming overwhelmed or reactive. By focusing on the present moment, we can recognize negative thoughts as they arise and gain a clearer perspective on their nature. This practice is crucial because it allows us to detach from the habitual reactions that often accompany negative thinking, creating space for more constructive responses. The importance of mindfulness lies in its ability to bring our attention to the present, where we can fully experience our thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. When we practice mindfulness, we cultivate an inner space where we can observe our thoughts from a distance, rather than being swept away by them. This observational stance helps us understand that thoughts are transient and that we have the choice to engage with them or let them pass. Buddha's teachings on mindfulness emphasize its role as a tool for self-awareness and mental clarity. In Buddhist practice, mindfulness is not just about observing thoughts. It's also about cultivating a deep awareness of our mental and emotional states. Buddha encouraged his followers to develop mindfulness as a way to gain insight into the nature of their thoughts and emotions, recognizing that awareness itself can be a transformative force. According to Buddha, mindfulness involves a conscious effort to stay present and engaged with our immediate experience. This practice includes being aware of our breath, bodily sensations, and the flow of our thoughts. By integrating mindfulness into daily life, we can develop a more profound understanding of our internal experiences and how they influence our behavior and emotions. By embracing mindfulness as taught by Buddha, we can train our minds to become more resilient and less reactive to negative thoughts. This awareness allows us to recognize patterns in our thinking and develop a more balanced approach to managing our emotions. Ultimately, mindfulness helps us create a space of calm and clarity where we can respond to negative thoughts with greater wisdom and compassion. Number 3. The power of reframing. Reframing is a cognitive technique that involves changing the way we perceive a situation or thought. Instead of viewing a negative thought as an absolute truth, reframing encourages us to look at it from a different perspective. For example, if you think, "I always fail," reframing might involve recognizing a recent success or viewing the failure as a learning opportunity. This shift in perspective can transform a negative thought into a more positive or neutral one, reducing its emotional impact and enabling a more constructive response. The process of reframing helps us break free from the automatic and often distorted ways we interpret our experiences. By consciously altering our perspective, we can challenge and change the negative thought patterns that affect our mood and behavior. Reframing doesn't mean ignoring or denying the reality of a situation. Instead, it's about finding a more balanced and empowering way to interpret it. This technique can significantly improve our resilience and overall mental well-being. Buddha's teachings offer valuable insights into the art of reframing. One of Buddha's well-known stories is about a man who was constantly unhappy because he focused only on his problems. Buddha advised him to shift his focus and see the positive aspects of his life, encouraging him to reflect on what he had rather than what he lacked. This story illustrates the importance of changing our mindset to cultivate happiness and contentment. In Buddhist practice, reframing is closely related to the concept of right view, which is part of the Eightfold Path. Right view involves understanding the nature of reality and our own mental processes. By adopting a right view, we learn to see our experiences with greater clarity and equanimity, enabling us to reframe negative thoughts in a way that aligns with our deeper understanding of impermanence and interconnectedness. Embracing the power of reframing, as guided by Buddha's teachings, allows us to approach life's challenges with a more balanced perspective. By consciously shifting our views and recognizing the potential for growth and learning in every situation, we can transform our negative thought patterns into opportunities for personal development and inner peace. This practice not only enhances our mental resilience, but also fosters a more compassionate and optimistic outlook on life. Number 4. Meditation and focus. Meditation is a powerful tool for calming the mind and reducing the frequency of negative thoughts. By regularly engaging in meditation, we train our minds to become more focused and less reactive to internal disturbances. This practice involves sitting quietly and directing our attention to a chosen focal point, such as the breath, a mantra, or a visual object. Over time, meditation helps to quiet the constant chatter of the mind and create a sense of inner stillness. As a result, we become better equipped to handle negative thoughts with greater equanimity and clarity. Through meditation, we develop greater awareness of our thought patterns and learn to observe them without becoming entangled. This observational stance allows us to recognize negative thoughts as they arise, and instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to let them pass without judgment. Regular meditation helps create a mental space where we can respond to our thoughts and emotions more consciously and deliberately, reducing their impact on our overall well-being. Buddha's teachings on meditation emphasize its role in achieving mental clarity and inner peace. One of the key practices recommended by Buddha is mindfulness meditation, also known as vipassana. This practice involves paying close attention to the sensations in the body and the flow of thoughts, helping practitioners develop a deep understanding of the nature of their mind. By observing these sensations and thoughts without attachment, individuals can cultivate a sense of detachment and calm. Another meditation practice recommended by Buddha is metta bhavana, or loving-kindness meditation. This practice involves generating feelings of compassion and goodwill towards oneself and others. By regularly engaging in metta bhavana, practitioners can counteract negative thoughts and emotions with positive feelings of love and kindness. This not only helps to soothe the mind, but also fosters a more compassionate and positive outlook on life. Incorporating meditation into our daily routine, as taught by Buddha, can significantly enhance our ability to manage negative thoughts. By committing to a regular meditation practice, we create a foundation of inner peace and resilience that supports us in navigating life's challenges with greater ease. This practice not only helps in reducing the frequency of negative thoughts, but also cultivates a more balanced and harmonious state of mind. Number 5. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness is essential for counteracting negative self-talk and fostering a positive mental environment. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a close friend. When we face challenges or make mistakes, instead of berating ourselves, self-compassion encourages us to respond with empathy and support. This practice helps to soften the harshness of negative self-criticism and promotes a healthier, more nurturing relationship with ourselves. Extending kindness towards ourselves can significantly reduce the impact of negative thoughts. When we consistently practice self-compassion, we create a buffer against the critical inner voice that often accompanies negative thinking. This approach not only alleviates emotional distress, but also builds resilience, allowing us to navigate difficulties with greater ease and confidence. By fostering a kind and supportive inner dialogue, we lay the groundwork for a more balanced and positive mental state. Buddha's teachings on metta, or loving kindness, provide profound insights into the practice of compassion. Metta involves generating feelings of goodwill and warmth towards ourselves and others, regardless of the circumstances. Buddha taught that cultivating metta can transform our mindset and promote mental and emotional well-being. This practice involves consciously sending out thoughts of love and kindness, which helps to counteract feelings of negativity and aversion. One well-known Buddhist practice related to metta is the metta bhavana meditation, which focuses on developing loving kindness towards oneself and others. In this meditation, practitioners repeat phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," and "May I live with ease," gradually extending these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom they have difficulties. This practice helps to open the heart and build a foundation of compassion that supports mental and emotional healing. Incorporating the principles of metta into our daily lives can significantly impact our ability to manage negative thoughts. By regularly engaging in practices that promote loving kindness, we not only improve our own well-being but also contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious environment. Embracing self-compassion and extending kindness to ourselves and others fosters a positive mindset that can effectively counteract negative self-talk and enhance our overall quality of life. Conclusion? In conclusion, overcoming negative thoughts is a transformative journey that benefits greatly from the wisdom of Buddha. By understanding the nature of negative thoughts, practicing mindfulness, reframing our perspectives, engaging in meditation, and cultivating compassion, we can significantly improve our mental well-being. These practices offer powerful tools for managing and ultimately transforming negative thinking, paving the way for a more peaceful and positive life. Embrace these techniques and let Buddha's teachings guide you toward a clearer, more compassionate mind.